If you're someone who constantly thinks that you're not enough, I want you to stay till the end of this video because I want to tell a few good things about you that you don't even realize because being hard on yourself has become so normal to you. You wake up thinking about everything you haven't done yet, everything you could have done better, and every expectation you are still yet to meet. But before we go into all of these, please do hit the subscribe button and stay till the end of the video and leave a comment on what you think of this video because it helps to make another video. I just want you to understand that you have made it this far through the failures, the loneliness, the anxieties, the heartbreaks, through every version of you who almost gave up. And I want to remind you that you are still here. And maybe life doesn't look like you thought it would be. Maybe you're not where you wanted to be. But that doesn't erase the fact that you have survived every bad day you've ever had. You don't give yourself enough credit. You keep blaming yourself for not being enough, not successful enough, not confident enough. Would you really have an answer if I asked you when was the last time you stopped and actually appreciated yourself for carrying your own life all this time? You've picked yourself after failures no one even knew about. You've shown up on days you don't feel okay. You've laughed even when you were low. You loved people who didn't always love you back the same way. And you kept going even when you had every reason not to. And that is actually strength, the strength you don't notice. A strength that carries you even if no one else sees it. So stop comparing yourself to everyone else's timeline. Maybe you look at people your age and feel like they're ahead of you. They're getting their dream jobs, relationships, degrees, houses, while you are still figuring your life out. And you start thinking something is wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. Your life is not supposed to look like anyone else's. Your timing is not their timing. Some people find their passion at 16, some at 40. Some fall in love once and it lasts forever. Others meet someone who breaks them first so they know how to love better next time. You're not behind, you're just on your own path. And maybe your path is slower and a bit messier, but it's yours anyway. And time isn't just something to measure, it's something to feel. I know that life is about time and I've spoken about it in many of my videos. But time is not something that has to be measured always. And we rush through everything thinking we are running out of time. But do you know what's crazy? Time doesn't always move at the same speed. You can sit with a cup of tea for 10 minutes and feel more alive than you did the entire day. You can sit with someone you love and an hour feels like a minute. And sometimes 1 minute of anxiety feels like an entire hour. Sometimes time is not just ticking on clock, time is what you feel inside. So slow down sometimes, take a walk without headphones, eat your food without watching a video, breathe, think, and be here. Because life is not just about achieving things, it's about actually being present for the things you achieve. And I want you to know that you are not a difficult person to be loved. And I personally have this problem. I feel that I'm very hard to be loved. Every time when someone cares, it puts a question in my mind. And so I can relate to it. I know some part of you feels the same, like you are too much or not enough. Too quiet, too emotional, too sensitive, too serious, too something that does not deserve love. But listen, you are not hard to love. You make someone's life better even if you don't realize it. There's someone who smiles a little wider because of you. There's someone who remembers something kind you said months ago. And someone who looks at you and thinks, I hope they never leave my life. You might not see it because you are so focused on the people who left you or the ones who don't understand you. But love has already found you in friendships, in families, in small acts of care, in the way some people say, text me when you get home or save the last slice for you. You are loved more than you think. But you need to start loving yourself first, not in the cliche modern self-love kind of a way. It simply means being on your own side. It simply means telling yourself it's okay, let's try again. It means resting when you're tired instead of calling yourself lazy. It's simply not forcing yourself to be someone you're not just because to be liked. Standing up for yourself even when your voice shakes. Being kinder to yourself. You've been doing the best you can with what you know. And understand no one has it all figured out. You look at people and think they're confident and happy and in control. But most people are just scared humans trying to look like they're okay. And everyone is confused. Everyone has days where they feel small and lost. Everyone has insecurities you can't see. So you don't think you're the only one struggling. You're not weird, you're not broken. You're simply a human. Always be by your side, encourage yourself, and consider yourself as one of the greatest humans to have ever lived on this earth. And you're allowed to outgrow things. You're allowed to leave friendships that drain you. You're allowed to change your dreams. You're allowed to start again. And even if people don't understand. And growing doesn't always look like winning. Sometimes it looks like leaving, resting, healing, choosing peace over proving a point. You don't have to stay somewhere just because you spend a long time there. And you've changed more than you notice. Think about the person you were 2 years ago, 5 years ago. You're not the same anymore, right? You have learned things, you've let go of things, you've matured in quiet ways. Maybe you don't scream your feelings anymore. Maybe you don't chase people anymore because you value your self-respect. Maybe you're still struggling, but you know it won't last forever. That's growth. So how do you start seeing yourself differently? Not by becoming someone new, but by noticing who you already are. Start by giving yourself credit for the small things you do. Then stop comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. And most importantly, be your own team, because life becomes easier when you stop treating yourself like the enemy. And one last thing, before this video ends, I want you to hear this clearly. You are enough right now as you are. Not when you lose weight, not when you make more money, not when you become more confident. You are allowed to love the version of you that exists right now, even with all the doubts, flaws, and uncertainties. You don't need to earn your worth, you already have it. So here's my request: when this video ends, don't rush to the next thing. Just sit for a moment, feel time, feel your breath, think about how far you've come. Think about the moments you've thought you wouldn't survive, but you did. Think about the people who love you, think about the person you're becoming. Maybe you're not perfect, but you're here, you're still trying, and that's good enough. Thank you for listening. Leave a comment, stay subscribed, and watch all the other videos because that helps to make the next video. See you next time.